But here we go. Their names will be up in lights. Keila Costa, 33 years of age, a multiple South American title holder. World indoor long jump bronze back in Doha. Then from Romania, World Student Games bronze medalist 3 years ago, Carmen Toma. A former World Junior Champion coming next from Spain, just 20 years of age, Ana Pelletirio. Jamaican, 3 times US Collegiate Champion representing San Diego, just missed a medal in the Commonwealth Games, Shanika Thomas. Coming next from another Caribbean island, Commonwealth silver back in New Delhi, Ayana Alexander from Trinidad. Big smile from her. Second in the National Indoor Championships for Finland. They've got 2 classy women in this, Sana Nygaard. And expect the home crowd to give Christina Epps a big reception, national indoor and outdoor champion. And the other American, Katura Orji, 9th in the World Junior Championships a couple of years ago. Had a knee injury so bad at one stage, they said her career would end early. Elena Panturio, European Junior Silver from Romania. And then the Frenchwoman, Janine Assini Issouf, National Indoor Champion, 9th in Beijing. Christina Michaela, National Indoor Champion, the second of the 2 Finns. She's in the world's top 10 so far this year. Paraskevi Paparistou of Greece, World Junior Bronze back in 2008. Irina Vaskuskaya from Belarus, 6th best jumper in the world this year. Kristen Giersch, 8th in Beijing last year. She's gone 14.29 and 14.24. And yes, it is your time to come out. Yulimar Rojas, the South American champion last year, by some distance the best athlete in the world this year. She's young, she's confident, and she's the only representative from Venezuela here at this edition of the World Indoor Championships, hoping to become their first ever World Indoor Champion. She starts as favourite.
She's already their first ever finalist in the World Indoors. They've never had anyone reaching a final. Okay, she hasn't had to qualify, but she would have done it if it needed to.
So, the 2 American girls, Christina Epps and Katura Orji, just sharing a little smile there. Large field of 15. So, Orji in the women's triple jump. Well, that looks better. We've been waiting for a 14-metre plus jump, and it looks to me as though we've got one there from the American. Lead was previously held at 13.73, Shanika Thomas of Jamaica. Yes, that's better. Season's best as well, 14.13. That's more like it in this women's triple jump competition. Asani Issouf, national indoor champion, in the world's top 10 this year. Gets the red flag, I'm afraid. Plenty of time left in this triple jump competition. It's not quite firing as we've had from some of the other brilliant field event finals. The men's shot and the women's long jump yesterday were sensational. And as we experienced on the very first night of the competition, the 2 pole vaults were fantastic. There's an opportunity for 1 or 2 of these women to get themselves a global medal. So here's Kristen Giersch, 5th best jumper in the world this year. She has gone over 14 meters, the lead currently held by Orji with 14.13. Can the German get herself into the lead and in contention? Well, it's shy of 14 meters again. Only Katura Orji of the United States has gone over the 14-meter line. Second place is Panturio of Romania, and third is Shanika Thomas of Jamaica with mid to high 13s. Miles behind the board, 30 centimeters. 13.73. Right, our first opportunity to see the best triple jumper so far in the world this year, Yulimar Rojas, the first and only Venezuelan ever to appear in a world indoor final. She looks really fired up for this. 11th in the world junior long jump a couple of years ago. She's only been specialising in triple jump for the last 18 months. She's got Ivan Pedroso in her corner as a coach. Legendary 5 times world indoor champion over the long jump. She's very young and very talented. This is a huge opportunity for the Venezuelan. No, it's the red flag, and it was big, it was decent. It was 14 meters plus change, and I think she would have gone into the lead with that one. So she's over into the plasticine. She'll have 2 further attempts. She is, by at least 40 centimeters, the best jumper in the world this year. So, Keila Costa kicks-start the second round in the women's triple jump. Still, that rather modest Katura Orji jump of 14.13 is in the lead. Costa, so experienced, such a good competitor. Well, it's there or thereabouts at the 14-meter line. Panturio of Romania is in second place with 13.96. Then it's Shanika Thomas of Jamaica with 13.73. Pretty good on the board. One of the oldest in the field. Very, very experienced. Season's best from Keila Costa. She's up into the medal positions. Shanika Thomas was in the bronze medal position, but courtesy of that 13.94, Keila Costa has pushed her down to 4th. Can the Jamaican make further inroads here? Just seemed a little bit flat there. Not as good as her jump in the first round, you suspect. And the news really so far as this triple jump competition is that Yulimar Rojas of Venezuela had a no jump in the first round, and she must deliver either in this round or the next. The overwhelming favourite on form so far. So 13.46, indeed no improvement for the Jamaican. Christina Epps, 13.68 in the first round. She knows she's capable of better.
I mean, the one thing we have to say about the triple jump, and we've had some wonderful competitions here, frankly, the triple jump isn't of the top standings of some of the events. Good solid field, of course, but we can't expect necessarily everyone to be at the top. Women's triple jumping has been at a dip anyway in the last few years, and we're missing about the top 3 or 4 in the world who really do make the difference, headed, as you've already mentioned before, by Ibagwen. We haven't got Salajukova, we haven't got Ripakova.
Katura Orji leading. The only woman clear of 14 meters so far in this competition. But you can tell by the body language, she knows that is a no jump. But she's still in the lead. Paraskevi Paparistou of Greece, twice a European under-23 champion, a World Junior bronze medalist. Once again, a bit like Michaela, a no jump in the first round. Oh yes, that's better. Once again, that looks as though it's over 14 meters. A little wiggle of the bum, she's quite happy with that. The second round effort. And that's much better from the Greek. Definitely the best celebration post-jump we've seen so far in this competition.
I mean, that was an excellent jump and a good celebration. But it's interesting that the IEF qualifying standard for this event was set at 14.30.
Now, Yulimar Rojas. A no jump in the first round. So much expected of this young Venezuelan here in the conference centre. 14.69 this season. Yes, that was done at altitude in Madrid, but she's backed it up with other big jumps as well. Needs to deliver something here. That's more like it. Gets the white flag. And she has a jump safely on the board, and she likes it.
More than that, I think we can say we've got Venezuela's first ever medal too coming up. I don't think anyone's going to get better than this. She might, though.
Yes, that's an early shout, but you can understand it. As Peter was saying, it hasn't been the most sparkling of events this winter, and that is why the performance of Rojas with that 14.69, and she's also had a 14.63 earlier this season. She's the standout performer, and that's better. 14.41. She's in the lead, and by quite some distance at the end of the second round. Keela Costa, 13.94. She's lying down in 7th, so she could do with going over 14 metres just to make absolutely certain that she will have the opportunity for 2 further jumps by finishing in the top 8. So much experience from the Brazilian, but it's a red flag. You can tell that by her body language as soon as she landed in the sand. So she'll have to hope that that's enough, 13.94 in the second round, to keep her in the top 8 for 2 more attempts in the competition. So Carmen Toma of Romania, World Student Games bronze medalist 3 years ago. She needs a significant improvement here, 13.31 in the first round. It looks as though unless she produces something good here, she'll take no further part in this competition. No. Again, you can tell with her body language, she knew the timing was off with that one. .14.29, her best outdoors. Now, here is the Spaniard, Peraterio. Again, a bit like Toma, needs an improvement to stand any chance of 2 further jumps. 13.59, her best in the first round. And I think she knows she may well be finishing her participation with that last effort. 8th is 13.73, currently occupied by Shanika Thomas, which at the end of the first round was good enough for the bronze medal position. But Thomas now finds herself down in 8th. 13.37, so the competition is over for the young Spaniard. So, Shanika Thomas is in 8th place at the moment, but there are some quality jumpers still to go. She could do with an improvement on 13.73. She was absolutely miles behind the board, giving away a lot of distance. So at the moment, if she remains in 8th, she will have 2 further jumps, and then only the top 4 will have the traditional last round. Well, Ayana Alexander, Commonwealth silver medalist 6 years ago, 2 no jumps, and she needs to beat 13.94 if she is to have any participation in the second half of the competition. Big pressure now for the athlete from Trinidad. No. Red flag. That was poor. 3 no jumps, just didn't quite click here, and she lets out a little yelp of frustration. Still smiling though. 8th in the Pan American Games last year. She is a really decent operator, but she just couldn't get her run-up working properly here. That's why she finishes the competition with 3 X's by her name. Now, Sana Nygaard, 13.21, needs a big improvement here. 2nd in the National Indoor Championships. 13.95 is the required distance to get in the top 8, and that's miles short. It's a legal jump, but that will not allow her an opportunity to improve on her standings, I'm afraid. So it's still Yulimar Rojas of Venezuela leading with that 14.41. Paparistou of Greece is in 2nd place with 14.15. And Orgy of the United States in 14.13. So that was 1 centimetre less than her second round effort. Nygaard's participation is over. This is Christina Epps, 13.68 in the first round. She's in 9th place at the moment. She's trying to fire herself up here. National indoor and outdoor champion. She needs 13.94 if she is to get in the top 8 and secure 2 further jumps in the competition. It's an amazing story from Epps. She ruptured her cruciate in 2012 and was told she'd never jump again. Well, she's back, and here she is fighting for the chance for 2 more jumps. Needs an improvement. Whoa, that looked better, but she got the red flag. That would have been there or thereabouts, but unfortunately for the American indoor champion, she will not have 2 further jumps. Not over by much, but those are the rules. And Epps goes out of the competition. She's currently in 9th. Kentura Orji is in 3rd place at the moment. She's been superseded by Paparizou of Greece by 1 centimetre, and then Rojas of Venezuela with 14.41. The American knows she's going to get 2 further jumps. Can she challenge the leaders? Once again, it's around about the 14-metre mark, so she's putting together a half-decent card here. Waiting for that official measurement to come. US collegiate champion indoors and out. She got a World Youth Silver 3 years ago. Great credentials. She begins plying her trade as a senior. It's another jump over 14 metres. No improvement, but she's still in bronze. Here goes the Frenchwoman, Assini Issaouf. 13.65 in the second round. Needs to improve. Does she get the white flag? That looks a bit better. It's now starting to come alive a little bit, this competition. They were struggling to get over 14 metres in the first round. Just had Panturio of Romania jumping out of 14.02. And that was better. Assani Issaouf moved up to 14.07. So this is Michaela. She now finds herself in 6th place with 14.04. So she should be fine for another 2 jumps. But can she challenge the medals? Bronze would require 14.13 at this halfway stage of the competition. Fairly close to that 14-metre line again, so another consistent jump from the Finnish #1 indoors. We've seen her compatriot Nygaard fall short. So 14.04 in the second round. Orji's in 3rd for the United States with 14.13. Still waiting for that to be officially registered. Watching and waiting.
He's gone over 5 metres as well.
This is Paparizou, her 3rd attempt. She's in 2nd place with that 14.15 in the second round. That won't be an improvement. Gets the red flag, but she's in the medals at the moment with that 1 legal jump in the second round. No jump in the 1st and 3rd rounds. Paparizou 2nd. Yulimar Rojas of Venezuela leads at the moment. Oh, that was, well, that was tight. But it wouldn't have been any improvements on 14.15 anyway. And that's why she was looking with eyebrow raised there. Vaskouskaya, she's in a little bit of bother here. The Belarusian has jumped 14.23 this season, but she's way down on that at the moment. 8th place is currently occupied by Shanika Thomas with 13.95. That's the kind of target Vaskouskaya needs to be looking towards. No. Way down on what she knows she's capable of. But it is a difficult event, this. You've got to get the rhythm and the timing and the 3 ingredients in the jump all working together. And that will not be good enough to take the Belarusian through to the second half of the competition. Pretty good on the board, but nowhere near long enough with the distance. 13.07, her competition is over. Yulimar Rojas of Venezuela, the South American champion last year. The best jumper in the world this year. And that was more like it in the second round, 14.41. She leads by 26 centimetres ahead of Paraskevi Paparizou of Greece. She's asking this American crowd to respond, and they're duly obliging. A very knowledgeable audience. We've got the men's 4x4 heats still to come this morning, so there are plenty of people still in the arena, as well as the heptathlon pole vault going on. So, any advance on 14.41? The Venezuelan's already in the lead and in the driving seat in this competition, but she gets the red flag on that one. but she does lead. And judging by what we've seen so far, it's not looking too likely as though too many women will be getting close to challenging her. But there are 3 rounds still to go. Now, Kristen Giersch, the German, lying outside the medals at the moment, in 4th place. Well, she doesn't like it. 13.92 she got in the 3rd round. That looked like it might be a little better. She has jumped 14.29 and 14.24 this season. She's shaking her head. We're still waiting for that to be measured. I think that's a little improvement for the German. Still obviously not happy with the timing of how it's all being put together, but she's still in the competition. Rojas is the overwhelming favourite for the gold. 14.16, that is an improvement. She has moved up into 2nd place ahead of Orji and ahead of Paparizou. So the Greek was in 2nd place. She now finds herself in 3rd. 14.15 in the 2nd round, but that was sandwiched in between 2 no jumps. Can she put one together here? No, it's a red flag. It looked marginal. I could see the plasticine out the corner of my eye from our commentary position. It didn't look like it was far out. She's still in a podium position at the moment. But Giersch has just put a little bit of life into this competition, going 2nd with 14.16.
So as we move closer to the climax of the women's triple jump, here we will conclude round 4 with our leader on the runway. This is Venezuela's Rojas.
Here's Rojas in the lead, giving it the big shout. Remember, we've never had a Venezuelan in any final in the World Indoor Championships. So, she's asking for the hand clap. 4th round. She's only had 1 jump registered so far, but that's good enough for the lead. Here comes this hugely talented Venezuelan. No, it's red. That would have been good. That would have been very good. Remember her lifetime best earlier this year, 14.69. So she was over, but there is a big jump in that locker, and a bigger jump than the one she produced in the 2nd round of 14.41. But at the end of round 4, she's still in the gold medal position. The win in the heat, they want to impress for a place in the final. Meanwhile, Giersch in this women's triple jump. She's in the silver medal position, courtesy of that 14.16. Can she get close to 14.41? Well, she gets the white flag. She likes it. Different body language to that which we saw from her in the previous round.
Well, we've got a lot of German coaches and so on just in front of us, including Charles Friedeck, former world champion, and they got very excited at that jump.
Right, so just to confirm, coming into this 5th round, Giersch was in 2nd place with 14.16. 14.30, she's still in 2nd place, but that is a season's best, and it's getting very, very close to her personal best of 14.46. That's better from the German. So, Kentura Orji is in 4th place here. A really consistent card, as we can see there. 3 jumps in excess of 14 meters. She was in a medal-winning position, but she's been pushed out of the medals. Now, well, that looks around about the same. Yet another jump in the 14-meter range. And just to confirm, of course, normally the field events would work in such a way that all 8 athletes in the 2nd half of the competition would have 3 further jumps. But at these World Indoor Championships, only the top 4 will be invited for a final deciding round. 13.96. She is in 4th place. Can she get herself onto the podium? So, Yulimar Rojas of Venezuela. She will be coming back for one last jump. She currently leads with 14.41, but she will be aware that Kristen Giersch of Germany has closed the gap to within 11 centimetres, and the German will have one further attempt. She's aiming for a slice of South American history here. No Venezuelan has ever made a final and therefore won a medal or become a world indoor champion. What an indoor season she's having. She already leads. Can she extend that advantage? No, it's a red flag, but it's big. The last 2 rounds, she's registered no jumps. They would have been absolutely massive. Almost not too far away from the 15-metre line. Well, she is still in the lead. She has one more chance to really show us a massive, massive jump. But remember, Giersch has also got one more jump, and she's closed the gap. Keturah Orji is in 4th place with 14 metres 13. She needs to improve by 2 centimetres to get on the podium. This is it for the American. It's another good jump. She gets the white flag. It's been a really consistent card. She needs to find 2 centimetres to deny Paparizou the bronze. The Greek woman will be next to jump. They perform in reverse order in this 4th round. She's had 14.13, 14.04, 14.08. Absolute silence here in the arena. I'm not sure that it was big enough to get herself a medal, but we're about to find out. It's taking a long time to come up here. Anxious moments for the American. 14.15 required to get herself into a medal position. Of course, Paparizou still has one more jump, so if she moved into a medal position, it wouldn't be absolutely guaranteed. Where is it? We're waiting. Little ripple of applause there for Nowak in the pole vault. Few people were looking over to see whether that related to Keturah Orji's distance. It's taking a long time, Peter.
It's just like Janae DeLoach, also of America, had to wait a long time for the final long jump to come up. It seems they take longer for the Americans in the final round of these events. It's all measured automatically. We don't need to get the tape measures out into the sand anymore.
Paparizou guaranteed the bronze. She needs an improvement here if she is to get close to a silver or a gold, but I can see the Greek coaches up here in the spectators area applauding, and she's guaranteed a medal. The last athlete from her country to take a world indoor medal in the triple jump was here's Sofia Davitsi. She got a silver back in 2008. Right, Kristen Giersch has to jump 14.41 here to put herself in the gold medal winning position. This is the penultimate effort in this women's indoor triple jump final. She is guaranteed the silver, but can she get close to the gold? 1 or 2 officials were just walking down the end of the runway, which is why she was looking a little bit distracted there. Now she's asked for the hand clap once again. Yulimar Rojas of Venezuela leads with 14.41. This is it for the talented German. She must improve if she's to turn silver into gold. Miles behind the board. No, that will not be good enough to challenge the Venezuelan, but she is delighted. 14 metres and 30 centimetres. She is the world indoor silver medalist. And you can see just what it means to her and what celebrations will be going on in Venezuela right now. She's a recent convert to the triple jump. There's the tears for Kristen Giersch. The German has a global medal to her collection. A great effort, a really, really good card as well. 4 jumps over 14 metres. So now the Venezuelan, Yulimar Rojas, has the fabulous honour of jumping with no pressure whatsoever. She is the new world indoor champion. 14.41 in the second round. She had two massive jumps in the fourth and fifth round, but they were just over the plasticine. So, can she finish with a flourish here? She has secured a piece of history. She is the only Venezuelan ever to win a medal at the World Indoor Championships. It's gold, but can she improve on her winning distance of 14.41? Just waiting. And now she's on the runway. Does she celebrate in style here? Oh, it's a red flag again. We knew there was more to come, but 14.41 has been good enough to secure her country's first world indoor medal. She's got a little way to go yet before she matches the distances being achieved by her South American rival, Catalina Ibargüen, but I'm sure the Colombian will have sat up and taken notice of this performance from a young Venezuelan from whom we will hear a great deal more in the future. A raw talent, a huge talent, and she's a global indoor champion.
Well, she is a huge talent, and she's a name to watch for the future. Beautifully built for a triple jumper, tall, long legs, really striding out. She's got good spring off her high jump and long jump background as well, and good speed. And we look for her to challenge the likes of another South American, Ibargüen, who's been undefeated for the last 3 years in the triple jump. Royas is a raw talent. It'll take her a little while, but look forward to that sort of challenge in the future. And congratulations also to Giersch and to Papachristou, the other medalists. They're dwarfed by Rojas.